So what is Plarn? In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly what it is. Let's go. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so glad to have you here for another crafting video. These are my favourite videos to do. So today I have got a project that has been time in the making for sure. This is not for the faint-hearted. So some of you may have found me through my shorts and you may have seen my shorts on Plarn. So if you've seen that, then you may know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, then this is going to be all new to you. But before we jump into that, I just want to say a huge thank you to everybody who has subscribed to my channel so far. If you are new here, please consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell so you know when I next upload. On this channel we do home fragrance and crafting, and I am super excited to see the channel grow. So if you are a returning subscriber, I really appreciate you coming back to watch, because most of the people that watch my videos are not subscribed. So if that is you, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell now and pop a red heart in the comments, and I'll be sure to say a personal hello to you. Now, I know that Macy, Diane and Emily recently subscribed, so thank you ladies for joining me here in my wonderland. So Plarn. Basically, Plarn is yarn made from plastic. So how do we make it? What we do is we get a plastic bag, and I'll pop my short video in, or a video that I've done of me cutting up a bag to show you. This is what you do. You can use scissors, or you can use a rotary cutter and a ruler, and you basically fold the plastic bag over a few times and then you cut it into thin strips. Now, depending on the thickness and weight of the bag, you'll cut the strips differently. For the bags for life, they are very thick, so you want quite thin strips. I would say 1 centimetre to 1.5 centimetres, no bigger than that. It is really hard to work with, but if it is the rustly thin plastic bags, then you can go much thicker, sort of 1 inch wide on those. So for example, I have some yarn here that I made for the final part of what I'm making, which I will share with you. So this is my yarn made of plastic. This is a Wilko bag, if you recognise it. So basically, once you have got 2 strips, well, once you've cut your strips, what you will do is you will take the strips, and I've got a couple here to demonstrate. So you take the strips, you're going to put one, this is a lot easier on the table, put one strip over the top of the other, hold it there, open up this circle here, pull the yarn through, and then just pull it tight to make a knot there. So you've got a knot in the bag, and that creates your thread. So your yarn is going to be 2 sides of plastic, thick all the way around. So that is how you join your yarn. And you just join as many bags together as you want. Now, this project claims to take 70 bags. Now, that is for the full size bag, and that is using bags that are not as thick as our bags for life. This was an American tutorial that I watched for it, and they were using the rustly bags. So I guess if it's those bags and they're smaller and they're thinner, you would need more of them. But I used 28 bags for life for this project. So I am going to insert some video of me doing the project. Basically, we are going to make a bag with our bags for life. So some of your bags for life will get destroyed over time, they'll get cuts in them, rips, tears, or they just get really tatty, or you've just accumulated, which is what we did, a mountain of bags that you do not need. And what are you going to do with them? Throw them out is the only option you've really got until now. So I have made a bag from my bags that is going to be able to hold the bags that we do use, but also be available to hold like tins and pints, 6 pints of milk. We always buy 6 pints. So it's just going to be a stronger, sturdier bag to carry the heavy items in. So let's have a look at what I've done so far. So this is my current bag. I am pretty excited about it. So it's a little bit off shape because it's just been sort of sitting downstairs and I haven't really done anything with it for a few days because I was waiting to do the last part with you and show you close up what I'm doing. So it is Morrison's bags on the bottom form the base, then Asda bags form the bottom few rows, and then Tesco's bags fill up the rest of it. Can you tell where I shop the most? So this is the bag so far. I have made the handles. There is a tutorial for this. I will go through how I made these, but this is what I have done, made these handles, 2 of those. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put decorative edge in the red all around the top of the bag, and I wanted to do that with you. I wanted to show you how to use the Plarn for crochet purposes. You can also do a knitted version. The tutorial that I followed was from the Craftsy company, so I will do a link in the description for you to go over to Craftsy and join up. If you join up, you just need to look for Earth Day Tote, and you will be able to find this bag really easily. So basically what you're going to do is take your crochet hook, and did I get mine out? I did. And I think she used a 4.5. I think that's what I've been using. I kind of lost the plot a little bit, but I'm going to start by, so all the chevrons are across the top here. I'm going to start by putting my hook through, and I'm going to do it at around about the place where the handles are going to go. So the handle's going to go over like this. So I'm going to start around the same place as the handles so that any sort of joins are going to hide behind there. And you are going to take your yarn over the hook, pull it through. Actually, I need to do it the other way because I want this to be on the inside. So let me do it this way. So yarn through, pull up a loop, and then you're going to chain 1. So you've got that first stitch there. Then you're going to go into the next hole, you're going to pull up a loop, and you're going to slip stitch it. So that means just pull that loop that you've just pulled up through the first loop. And then you're just going to do that all the way around. So go through the next one, pull up a loop, pull it through the next one, pull up a loop, pull it through. And you're just going to do that all the way around. Now, what did I discover whilst using Plarn? Well, it is hard work. Because it is a little bit sticky, it kind of sticks to itself and the holes can be a little tight. It can be difficult to work with. What I found was that my hand was sort of aching a lot more. So you have to kind of pull the thread, the yarn through a little bit just to give yourself that room to move. And I found that trying to find the holes like that can be difficult. Pulling the yarn through can be difficult. It is a little bit of a workout. So if you have any sort of repetitive strain injury or anything like that, this one might be one to stay away from working with Plarn. It can be pretty tough on your hands. So definitely recommend a metal hook so that it slides up and down easy, and a grippy handle, and that can just make it a little bit easier for you. The other thing I found, which I didn't even realise until my other half pointed it out, was that it was hurting my shoulder blade. So what was happening was I was doing a lot of this, and what I found was I was doing sort of half a row or maybe a row, and then I was putting it down for 10 minutes, coming back, doing half a row, putting it down again because it was aching my hand. What I found was last Sunday I sat there and I was like, do you know what? My shoulder's really hurting, like it's really aching, and it's only this side, and I couldn't understand it. I was like, I haven't really done any exercise recently that could cause that. It doesn't make sense. And my other half went, could it be the crochet? And I was just like, oh my gosh, yes. And not just regular crochet, because regular crochet wouldn't do that to me, but this, working with the plastic where it's just a little bit tougher. This bag is actually a little bit thinner than the Bags for Life, the Wilko ones, so it is more easy to manipulate. But the Tesco's bags and Asda bags and Morrison's bags were tough going on the old muscles, it seems, and I didn't realise until he said. So just be warned, if you're going to do it, that it is a bit of a workout. So I am just going to finish this off, and then I'm going to come back and sew on the handles with you. Okay, so I have done that edging all the way around. You might have noticed in that time lapse that I was undoing some Plarn, and that's the great thing about Plarn as well, is that if you make it from different bags, but for whatever reason you need to take them apart, you can literally go back to your knot and grab the two different strands and pull them apart if you haven't done them up too tightly. So I don't recommend pulling it too tight, because you can rip your bags that way as well. But there you go. So you just pull it apart, and then you can take them, separate them again. So the reason I did that was because I was using the Wilko bag, but I've also got a Tesco's Christmas bag in here that was red, to help, because I knew that I wouldn't have enough of the Wilko's bag to do the edging here and this part here. So I used a Tesco's bag, but because I was so close to finishing, I just wanted the same red all around the outside. So I undid it. So now I'm going to put this back together, or probably not actually, so that I can sew the handles on. So these are the handles that I made, and basically in the actual tutorial she does a lot longer handles, but I wanted ones that were just sort of like, you know, handbag hold, rather than straps that would go over your shoulder, which is what she shows you in the tutorial. So I did a row of 32, I think 33, and did 32 single crochet, well, I did 32 slip stitches I think to start with, and then I just went around a couple of times, and then I edged it with the red again. So I started going round with the red, and once you got, so you put 8 stitches from the center here out, and then you did those 8 stitches, and then you did another 7 stitches, and then you joined both sides together. So you pinched both sides together and put your hook through. Let me see if I can do it on a one that's further out. There we go. So you would go through both and then pull through, and that's what made the handle kind of fold in half, which gives it a little bit more strength. So this is not as stretchy as this, as you can see. So it has a lot less give in it. So you then did that all the way to the other side until you got to the 8 stitches from the bottom here, and then you just edged it and then pulled it tight again. So I've got some ends there that I need to weave in, but these are going to be sewn to the bag flat like so. So that is what I'm going to do now. I need to find a nice big yarn tapestry needle, and then I'm going to work out where I'm going to put the handles, and I'm going to sew those on with Plarn. So I've got some left over here and some left over here, so I'm going to look at seeing if I can use that to do the bag on this side. Okay, so that was effort. So what I did was I was going in and out of the middle of the chevrons of the red edging that I did, and then finding a hole in the back where I could do it. And what I did was I did a back stitch to try and make it more secure. So I used the end that was part of the edging here, and I also used the edge that I left clear on here as well to go round one way and to go round the other way, so the bag and the handle are very secure together. So that is one side. I am going to do the other side off camera and I'll come back when I've finished it. Oh my gosh guys, I finished. My shoulder is hurting. I'm not kidding when I say that this is a workout to work with this stuff. So I think it's definitely worth it in the long run. I'm really proud of my little bag that I've made. So this is great. It is a big bag. So it's got lots of space in it. The handles are pretty sturdy. They are sewn on really well. I'm really happy with this. So the way I made the bag was after I made a ball of Plarn, I did the base. So I worked the base backwards and forwards, and let's see, I think it was 14 stitches across, and then I worked these rows. I'm going to have all of the details linked down below. I'll have the amount of stitches and rows and everything that I did down below. It's a little bit quirky. That's not, you know, it's not a pattern. It's a bit eclectic. But I will have all of that linked down below. I think they did around 35 rows and I've done around 28, I think, from the baseline once I started going round. So about 28 high. It's just a perfect bag for picking up some groceries. You could use it as your day bag if you wanted. I mean, I think it's quite a fashion statement, don't you? I'm really, really impressed with it. I had good fun doing it. It was a lot of effort, but a great way to reduce, reuse and recycle. So recycle those plastic bags, make some new bags. I also thought a good option, and I've got some yarn left over here, would be to make coasters. So that would be an option as well. So let me know if you're going to attempt a Plarn bag or some coasters. Like I said, it is a lot of effort, but certainly worth it, I think, to make something that is going to last a lot longer and therefore not end up in landfill. I am all about the reduce, reuse, recycle. So that is it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. If you liked it, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.